Hey guys, so we are coming to an end of yet another month in 2024. So of course, as a dividend investor, it's about that time to look back at my portfolio and look at everything dividend related. So that will include the companies that paid me in dividends, how much I made altogether, how that compares to last year, where that puts me at future potential, and what my plans are for October when it comes to dividends. But of course, before we get started, let me know in the comments below how your portfolio did when it comes to dividends for this month. How much did you make? Who is your biggest payer? Are you reinvesting, or maybe you got to pay a bill with that check? So we definitely have to get started with all the companies that paid me for the month of September. First off, we have Kroger that paid me 74 cents, then $1.92 from UPS, $5.39 from Target, which was my biggest dividend check for the month of September. Really love Target. $2.37 from ExxonMobil, 99 cents from Microsoft, $2.29 from Home Depot, $1.29 from Main Street Capital, $2.19 from Realty Income, $1.66 from Hershey, 71 cents from Stag Industrial, $2.76 from McDonald's, 34 cents from Westrock, another $1.59 from Main Street Capital. That's their special dividend that they pay once every single quarter, I believe. 87 cents from SPHD, $2.65 from QYOD, and $1.27 from Digital Realty Trust. That puts my September dividend total at $29.03 from the 16 checks I received, which puts me at a grand total, running total for this year of $242.12. One really cool thing I noticed is that in comparison to last year, the entirety of 2023, how much I've made so far is only under $16 away. So knowing that I have 3 months left, it's really cool to see where I'll end up, especially as somebody that only invests $30 every single week. But anyway, at this point, my portfolio is also averaging $26.96 every single month. And I want to add something new to this dividend update and really think about what I could actually do, assuming I made $26.90 when it comes to actually buying more shares with it, rather than just have it reinvest into the shares that paid me the dividends. And there are a decent amount of companies within my portfolio that I like investing to that I could buy almost at least half a share of. I could buy 0.4 shares of Realty Income. I could also buy half a share of either SCHD or Main Street Capital. A little bit more, I can buy 0.62 shares of Stag Industrial. I can buy 0.78 shares of Vici, which is one of my new favorite positions when it comes to dividends. I can even buy 1.6 shares of Energy Transfer, which if I actually really appreciate that position, that would be a really cool thing to know. But I'm also keeping stuff like this in mind because it's gonna make me reconsider some of the positions that I currently have DRIP activated in. Instead of having DRIP in those, I may collect that money and invest it in something else. I just wanna make sure each position has a logical reason for having it or not having it activated. Another motivational tactic for me as someone that only invests $30 a week into their portfolio is thinking about where my portfolio is now in comparison to the past and where it could potentially end up in the future. But of course, we gotta start with the past. So in comparison to September of last year, my portfolio paid me $6.30 more. Then of course, if we compare the first 9 months of this year to the first 9 months of last year, my portfolio is paying me $55.25 more for this point in time this year. And my portfolio is also averaging $5.42 more than what it did last year altogether. And then of course, we gotta look into the future because that's definitely going to keep motivating me, knowing that the metrics I'm looking at the moment are going to increase every single month. So currently with the portfolio that I have, it would actually pay me $363 per year by this time next year. Then if we go out 5 years, my portfolio would actually pay me $703 per year in dividends. 10 years, it would be $1,335 per year. And 15 years, we're looking at $2,381 per year. That could be somebody's rent or a nice chunk of bills like utilities and car note, maybe student loans and stuff like that. So keeping that in mind is great. And again, every single month and every single week that I invest into the right dividend stocks, these metrics continue to increase. So it's really cool to think about. Leading into the month of October and for the month of October, I want to continue increasing the dividend yield of my portfolio. Actually, with some of the moves that I've made so far this month, which I'll get more to in my next video when I do my overall portfolio update, my dividend yield actually went up to about 3.51%. I would like it to get up to 4%, but I want to make sure I keep it healthy and not sacrifice so much overall gains. I can invest into certain positions like Vici Properties, which isn't a experience, or at least it isn't an older position. It's only been out for at least 5 years, definitely less than 10. But for those 5 years, it has a really nice track record when it comes to its stock growth, and its dividend growth is also great. So that can be one example of the many positions out there, whether I have them or not, that can help me build the type of portfolio that I want. But speaking of VICI properties, that is one of the few new positions that I added to my portfolio within the past couple of months. They're starting to become some of my favorite positions I actually talk about in this video, especially as someone that invests a small amount like I do, which I probably said many times in this video. These are some of my favorite positions I feel like anybody could benefit from, no matter how much you invest. So hopefully you guys take some time to watch that video and you enjoy, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as well. I appreciate you guys watching, and until next time, as always, take care.